At an altitude of 10,000 meters, the pilot suddenly noticed a malfunction on the instrument panel. He quickly grabbed the emergency manual, looking for a solution, but after following the instructions in the manual, the compass was still spinning wildly, unable to point in any direction. With no other option, the pilot called the base for help, but after repeatedly calling, he got no response. By then, the plane's fuel was too low to return to base, so the pilot took out the map and began looking for the nearest airport. By estimating his position and distance, he found the closest airport. If all went as planned, he could land before the fuel ran out, but just then a thick fog suddenly appeared ahead. The pilot didn't have time to adjust his course, and flew straight into the fog. Without the compass, he completely lost his bearings, and began spinning in circles in the thick fog. The pilot knew that survival was unlikely, so he quickly reduced speed and descended to save fuel. At this point he could only pray to the heavens that someone would spot him on radar. Soon, his fuel would only last for 10 more minutes of flight. If no one came to his rescue, he would have to risk an emergency landing in the sea. Just as the pilot felt hopeless, a fighter jet suddenly appeared in front of him. It waggled its wings, signaling the pilot to follow. The pilot's tense nerves finally relaxed. The pilot then gestured to indicate that his fuel would only last 3 more minutes, and he needed to land at the nearest airport immediately. The fighter pilot, understanding the gesture, quickly guided him in for landing. The two jets sliced through the quiet night sky. Soon they flew through the thick fog, and landed successfully at the airport guided by the runway lights. The fighter jet didn't linger, and after a salute, quickly took off. But the strange events were only just beginning. As the pilot walked down from the plane, he saw a shabby car parked in front of him. An old soldier in the car told him to hurry up and get in. Without thinking, the pilot jumped into the car. The old soldier then told him this airport had been out of use for years, and now it was just a supply station. The old soldier took him to a restaurant, and that's when the pilot saw a photo on the wall. The pilot in the photo was the very same person who had just guided him to safety. But the old soldier told him that couldn't be possible, because the pilot in the photo had died 14 years ago, during a navigation mission, when the fighter jet crashed in the fog.